Hello and good afternoon from Islands of Adventure. So today I am going to Islands of Adventure in hopes of a soft opening technical rehearsal of the VelociCoaster. They've done team member previews, they've done pass holder previews, they've done general soft openings, and if that has been as consistent as it should be, hopefully until the VelociCoaster opens next month, then maybe I can get lucky and I can ride VelociCoaster for the very first time. Let's head inside and see if I can do it. That was a pretty new area for me to start a video over here by Margaritaville on the walkway to Royal Pacific and Sapphire Falls. But I'm heading into Islands of Adventure. It seems like it's going to be a pretty busy day today, so I guess I'll see what my luck is in terms of VelociCoaster. So Universal has updated their health and safety policies and procedures. They've gone from 6 feet distancing markers down to 3 feet distancing markers, and additionally they are not taking temperature checks in the parking garage before getting into Universal, before going through security check. So those are some pretty big major updates for Universal the past week. Alright, so I'm inside Islands of Adventure and I've pulled up the app on my phone, the Universal Park app, and the VelociCoaster is currently posting a 75-minute wait for a technical rehearsal for a soft opening. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna head over there. Well, I'm definitely gonna head over there, but I think I'm gonna do it a little bit later. First, I'm gonna have some lunch. Actually make that breakfast because I have not eaten anything today at all. So I'm gonna head over to green eggs and ham for some breakfast. And then also what I wanna check out is If I Ran the Zoo, because, oh my God, that just got me really wet. Allegedly, If I Ran the Zoo is open again. Okay, so I came over to the rest zone just to make sure that the VelociCoaster was indeed testing right over there. I'm pretty sure that I just saw a train go by. Look at all that. You can see a ton of people over there by the Discovery Center. That is really cool. I'm excited mostly for that, just to be back over there finally down by the water. It's been so long. First, I'm heading over here to green eggs and ham to, of course, have some breakfast. Oh, there it is. Man, I'm really excited for today. This is gonna be awesome. Waiting an hour and 15 minutes for this, comparatively to 8 hours for Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, which is open today, not on a virtual line queue. It's about an hour wait, I think, right now. It's gonna be a lot different. Hopefully, a much better experience today, just hopping in line casually for my first ride on VelociCoaster. Okay, I'm heading into Seuss Landing, head over to green eggs and ham, tater tots and hoo hash. And it does indeed look like If I Ran the Zoo is open. Yep, it is definitely open, so I'll have to check that out a little bit later. But first, I'm gonna get some green eggs and ham tots, which I've had before, and I'm excited to have them as my actual breakfast for the day. Okay, so I'm sitting behind the giant ham. There goes Seuss Trolley Train Ride, and here I am eating my green eggs and ham tots, which have green eggs, diced ham, and white cheese sauce over tots. I've had this before, and it was really good. Okay, so I just finished up over at green eggs and ham with a delicious breakfast, and now I think I'm gonna head into If I Ran the Zoo to explore a little bit. So hopefully there's not too many people in here right now. Okay, so I'm inside If I Ran the Zoo for the first time in a while, and I did not think I was gonna be able to come back in here to explore, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, so I just came around the corner. That was the entrance to the zoo. I'm gonna go and turn this crank right here because I'm pretty sure something fun happens. Look at that! How fun! Whew. Took a little bit of a work. Okay, heading through here. Okay, I came to the tiny little arch right here. The entrance is right around the corner to the zoo. I'm probably gonna go up here to get a little aerial perspective of the zoo. There is a guy right over here that's always been pretty intimidating. So if you tickle his feet, he's supposed to pop up here. So I don't know how or if all of these interactive elements are actually happening still. Right now, I don't even know how to tickle his feet. Oh man, come on. Where are you, buddy? Oh my God. Oh my God. That legitimately stunned me. Oh, that's the scariest part of this entire zoo, without a doubt, is this guy. He pops up. Okay, I'm heading up the stairs right now. That was a little bit embarrassing, but he's right over there. It looks like the slides are, unfortunately, inaccessible. There goes the Pie in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train Ride. Let's see. All right, stepping up here. Let's see what I can see outside. There's green eggs and ham. right across the way. There's a little play area over here with some water elements, as well as over here. This used to be a splash zone, but it looks like they turned off the majority or all of the water effects right over here. Yeah, so no slides, at least right now, which is a little bit sad. There's the splash zone right there. And right here, this is cool. This is like a little cave that connects over on this side. So that's fun. And then I don't know what this is. I don't know if I've ever done this. Do you step on this? Oh. It's like a Scoutmaster. Oh, and who's popping up? Well, that's cool. I've never seen this before. Fun. You get some good exercise doing this. And again, this is what used to be the splash zone area right over here, which it is currently not, unfortunately. It may come back. I'm surprised that this entire area came back in general, so who knows? Maybe the splash zone area will come back. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. On my way out of If I Ran the Zoo, there's a water fountain right over here with a sign that says free water for all my friends, for tall ones, medium ones, and short ones. And if you press this button right here, water comes out of, I don't know what that sound was. There's water that comes out of this one and this one down here, and then this one all the way up here. That's pretty cool. That's where I just was. We're right up there getting an aerial perspective of the zoo, and this is the final section in here, McGrew's Zoo. A bunch of wacky, I guess you call these animals, these creatures in here, and then of course Joe. And you can play tic-tac-toe with his belly, I'm pretty positive, right? Or you used to be able to? Can you not anymore? I'm confused.
Someone wants a game, I see.
All right.
We'll take turns. First you, then me.
Cool.
Now you pick. If you go there, I'll pick this square.
What square? It's hard to see. Oh, he went over here. So do I go here?
Well, what do you
Look at that.
know? 3 X's in a row.
I beat him.
You sure play well. And
Felt a little uncomfortable touching his crotch, but
I can tell.
I beat Joe. I remember seeing advertisements with this cow for Islands of Adventure back in 1999, 20 years ago, back when the park first opened. So this area is pretty old. Let's see if this works over here. So I think you crank these and it sprays water into the bathtub right there. And then something's supposed to happen. I think he's supposed to pop up. Let's see. Is he gonna pop up? What the heck? Okay. Let's go over here. Let's see if this one works. I'm having a blast right now. I think I'm the only person in this whole area. Okay, this isn't doing anything. What? I saw this pop up earlier. What in the world? Come on, pop up, buddy. Is it like a certain amount of water that needs to be sprayed for him to pop up? Or is he just not feeling it today? Oh, I'm working really hard right now. Come on, I gotta go ride VelociCoaster. Something's happening. Yes. Yes. I did it. I gave him a bath. You're welcome. Woo. Okay. And here's a drowsy elephant. Right here, I've gotten a few pictures on top of this guy, riding him. But I think it's time, I am out of breath. I think it's time to go and head on out of If I Ran the Zoo and over to Jurassic Park. So according to the Universal app, the wait time for the Jurassic World VelociCoaster has fallen to 45 minutes. 45 minutes for a brand new roller coaster that hasn't even technically officially opened yet. So hopefully I make my way over there and have a very pleasant queue experience and get to experience the VelociCoaster for the first time. A little while ago I got burned in a miniature truffle tree because we don't have a lot of Universal merchandise and paraphernalia, so I thought it'd be really fun to get. It was very inexpensive and it was really, really cool. A tiny little miniature truffle tree. How cool. One experience that I am curious as to whether or not I can do is go across the bypass bridge over towards Jurassic Park. This is the bridge that connects the Lost Continent with Jurassic Park, so you don't have to go through the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. If the bridge is open, it'll lead directly to the Jurassic World VelociCoaster, which is going to be right around the corner over here. If not, then I'll have to go through Potter and through Jurassic Park. Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought this gate would be open You could barely see the VelociCoaster going by right behind the gate. So I am gonna have to go through Potter and Jurassic Park, but it's okay because I think this is the actual legitimate entrance to the VelociCoaster. I tell you what, I think I take back how I thought it was gonna be a busy day today. It is actually pretty quiet at Universal. Usually this entire area is just filled with the line for Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, so it seems like the line has been pulled up into the legitimate physical queue for the ride. And speaking of Hagrid's, it is only a 35-minute wait for this. No virtual queue at all. 35 minutes. This is incredible. So that is obviously very tempting, but today I am obviously prioritizing VelociCoaster, so I'm heading across the bridge and just seeing what that process is like. It's still posted at a 45-minute wait. So I've been trying to pay attention to interval times in between trains for the VelociCoaster, and it seems like they're running it pretty consistently about a minute apart, which is awesome. They're loading every row, so shouldn't have a problem getting on this at all within the next hour or so. Honestly, it looks like the Jurassic Park arch got a little bit of a refurbishment, a refreshment. It looks very vibrant right now, but I'm heading right there, pretty much right at this juncture for the VelociCoaster. Okay, so they are letting in people right now for a technical rehearsal of the VelociCoaster, which is officially opening June 10th. Well, they're letting in people right now, an entire month early. Sounds like a train is about to go by. Look at that. I'm heading down in front of the Discovery Center for the first time in years. There are a couple raptors right up there. The wait time is now 60 minutes. This is the bypass bridge that I was talking about, connecting the Lost Continent with Jurassic Park. And there it is, the Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Oh, look at this. It's about to go right by and right over me. Whoa! Okay, that is pretty cool. Just getting this perspective right here. Look at that. You can hear some like motorbike sound effects coming from somewhere. So there's the Discovery Center right there, which it looks like you can now go outside again to enjoy your food. And here's the entrance of VelociCoaster right here in front of me, posting again a 60-minute wait. Okay, before heading inside, I want to see this perspective right here. Look at that. So it seems like the queue goes on the other side of this, kind of down by the water down there, which I don't know if that's going to be a long-term situation or it's just a extended queue currently, because I would love to just go down there and just check out the view normally without getting in line for VelociCoaster. But it's time to get in line. Okay, so I'm in line for the VelociCoaster currently, which is a pretty extended queue currently right now. Good amount of people want to ride this, and I don't blame them. Okay, so far this has been a consistently moving line. It looks like now we are heading down by the water. Oh, this is cool. This is where the barrel roll is, right over the lagoon, and so much of the ride happens right back over here. Wow, okay, they are definitely going to be utilizing this for the extended queue, I'm imagining, for a little while, but maybe at some point in the future it'll open up to just a general area. It sounds like it's about to come by here in just a second. There it goes. How cool. Oh, I'm excited for this. Okay, and it looks like this is where the line finally pretty much stops, right over here by the bypass bridge. And there goes the coaster. Okay, let's see how long it takes for me to wait in line for this. This is incredible. The track is literally right there. It's like 10 feet away from us right now, and this is where that barrel roll happens, right over the water. I've heard a lot of good things about this coaster from a lot of people that have already ridden it. I'm jealous. Here it comes. And there's the barrel roll right over the water. Yes. Honestly, how cool is it that for so many months I watched this coaster just being constructed, and then very recently finally got to see it testing from just right over there, Toon Lagoon, right over there, Marvel Superhero Island, right over there, Port of Entry, right over there, Seuss Landing, right over here, Lost Continent, and now I'm finally in line to ride it. Okay, so it looks like just a little bit longer in the outdoor queue right here before heading back inside this portion of the queue, and then the actual legitimate indoor queue, if that makes sense. There it goes. Once again, pretty much directly underneath the top hat portion of the queue. And right over there, that is Popeye and Bluto's Bull Trap Barges. Okay, getting there, getting ever closer to riding VelociCoaster. Okay, so we're back in the shade right now, heading back inside the actual indoor portion of the queue, where hopefully it'll be more or less air conditioned, or at least have a fan. Okay, so this is what I would consider the actual queue right in here. Just about 20 minutes, if that, to make it here from the entire outdoor portion from the start of the queue. Yes, it is much cooler in here. Makes these massive fans in the ceiling. A lot of down and backs here, but I'm curious to see what it looks like closer to those raptor statues down there. Okay, so this is taking about 30 minutes total to make it to this point. This is pretty cool. Very daunting. I'm so excited. This part of the queue is pretty quiet right now and pretty dark. More so dark than quiet, but it's still pretty cool. Okay, so moving up a little bit further in the queue. This is pretty cool. Oh, look at that. It's a velociraptor right there. And right over here as well. And that's pretty intimidating. Look at that. Just breathing. The eyes are moving and blinking. That's pretty cool. I think we're getting pretty close here. Okay, so I made it to the locker here. So this is where I'm about to put my camera away. This is the test seat right here. So this is what it's going to look like boarding a VelociCoaster. That is pretty intimidating for some inversions on this coaster, but I guess I'll see you in just a minute after I ride VelociCoaster. Okay, so I just got off of the VelociCoaster. These were double-sided lockers, so it's a little bit confusing, but I figured it out. I just got off VelociCoaster. I finally rode it. It took 45 minutes. So the exit is right over here on the other side of the Discovery Center. There's the entrance literally right there. This is where you can pick up a picture of an on-ride experience. And here's the underbelly of the Discovery Center. I have not been down here in a while. Looks like there's a gift store on the inside of the Discovery Center. I wonder if I can enter the second level and see what it looks like from up there. And check it out, this is the first level of the Discovery Center. I have not been here in a very long time. This is a Jurassic World gift shop, more or less it looks like. I have to head up the stairs and then out through the Discovery Center. And then I'll have successfully completed my experience here at the VelociCoaster today. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to come out of the second level of the Discovery Center to see what the view looks like from here. That top hat was pretty incredible. Just getting to see that view from all the way up there was absolutely unprecedented in terms of the theme park experience at Islands of Adventure. This barrel roll was also just, it was bizarre how close we were to the water. Looks like it's calming down now a little bit because there's nobody over there by the water and it's very calm over here. That was such a cool experience. I got to ride the VelociCoaster. Okay, heading back inside. That's where I just went to get the second level perspective of the VelociCoaster. Here's the little gift store on the first level. It was really cool to get back down there again after quite a while, but heading back outside. It's around lunchtime right now, clearly. Alright, so I'm heading to the front of the park. I'm pretty positive, continuing my walk around Islands of Adventure. I came here what I aimed to accomplish today, which was to ride the VelociCoaster, and it only took about 45 minutes. Right now the wait time seems like it's 20 to 30 minutes, which is pretty bizarre comparatively to how I anticipated it being in terms of popularity. I am still planning on actually talking about what I thought about the VelociCoaster here once I find a quick, quiet spot to sit down and contemplate my thoughts. So I sat in row 10 out of 12, so there were a pretty significant amount of G-forces in the back there, particularly in this area right here. It was a lot of twists and turns, and it was very, very fast. The foliage here was incredible, and the theme was just, it was really, really cool. I did like it a lot. There was something that I did not necessarily love about this, but for the most part, it was awesome. Hey, take it to that guy. So the only demerit that I could really think about as far as this section of the ride, and this might be a spoiler, so you might want to skip a couple minutes if you don't want to hear a spoiler, but there were no animatronic velociraptors on the VelociCoaster other than in the queue. They were stagnant statue figures, which I thought would have been so cool if they would have had animatronic moving velociraptors throughout the ride. That would have been so awesome, right? Alright, so I made it through Toon Lagoon over to Popeye and Bluto's Bill Drab Barges. I'm going to go ahead and head behind the ship the Olive to talk about my VelociCoaster experience. If I ran the zoo has opened up, but it looks like the ship the Olive is still unfortunately closed, but maybe someday they'll be opening this up in interval stages, potentially. Alright, so the VelociCoaster, what did I think? I have to be careful to make sure that my opinions reflect my personal experience due to the subjective influence of those that have ridden the ride already. There have been a lot of team member previews and pass holder previews and multiple technical rehearsals. So there are a good amount of opinions just about the VelociCoaster in general right now, about that it's the best ride at Universal Orlando, that it's the best ride in all of Universal. So I just want to do my best to reflect on my experience today and what I thought about it. So in terms of the thrill is the absolute best aspect of this coaster, more so than I was honestly prepared for, especially back here in this area, the inversions, the G-force. It was a lot, and probably it's definitely the most thrilling, maybe on par with the Incredible Hulk roller coaster, but this is fast, this is a lot smoother, without a doubt. It feels incredible, and it's just, that is just the best part of it. I had a blast in terms of just how fast we were going, and just all of the different versions through a very, very tight space with the amount of foliage that was there, the thematic element of the setting that was really, really cool, and how it blends into Jurassic Park. It's a little bit awkward being kind of tucked away behind the Discovery Center, but just in terms of what they do with that space, phenomenal job. So what I think I prefer Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure to the VelociCoaster due to an acknowledged bias that I prefer the Harry Potter franchise a little bit more than the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchises. I do think that the storyline is a little bit better introduced and balanced over at Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. I do think that the animatronics add a massive factor to the enjoyable nature of Hagrid's, I would say, story roller coaster. If they had animatronics back over here at VelociCoaster, that would have been absolutely incredible. Ultimately, honestly, I had a fantastic time. I cannot wait to come back and ride it with Brennan so we can both kind of share our experiences. Now that I've ridden it once, maybe I can notice other aspects that I didn't notice this time, and I was more focused on just the overall experience, and I can come back and just see what I can really pick out in terms of the details, and I don't know, I'm excited to come back, and I'm excited to do it again. I feel very fortunate and very lucky that I was able to ride it in just 45 minutes today, comparatively to 8 hours that it took to ride Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure a couple years ago. Honestly, it was great. My hand is hurting quite a lot because I've tried to talk through my review of this several times, and I just can't quite articulate what I think about this coaster other than the fact that it's honestly incredible. But I'm heading to the front of the park now because I'm very tired and dehydrated. Okay, so I'm heading out of the park, now back to the parking garage. It is a very, very hot day at Universal, but I got to ride the brand new VelociCoaster, and I was only here for about 4 hours, I guess. I'm trying to think if there are any other aspects about my experience today doing VelociCoaster that I forgot to mention that I wanted to. The queue was relatively unremarkable. It was pretty reminiscent of the Incredible Hulk roller coaster. They did have the animatronic Velociraptors in there, which I thought was awesome. I wish they were in the ride itself, but the queue was pretty cool in that aspect. There was a single rider line that they were opening intermittently, but I wanted to get the regular line experience, so I just waited in the regular line, which again only took about 45 minutes, so no complaints there. In terms of an intensity comparison, I'd say it's a combination of the best attributes of the Incredible Hulk roller coaster and the worst attributes of the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket roller coaster over at Universal Studios Florida, in terms of how the Hulk has a lot of inversions. It's very fast, and for the most part it's pretty smooth. Over at Hollywood Rip Ride Rockets, it's a long roller coaster confined to a very condensed space. Honestly though, I feel incredibly fortunate that I was able to experience the VelociCoaster at all today. I had a great time. I was very fortunate with the wait time that I waited for it and the experience that I had. It was really, really a great time today. Alright, so thank you for hanging out with me today at Islands of Adventure. I had an incredible time getting to have breakfast at Green Eggs and Ham, getting to explore If I Ran the Zoo when I previously thought that it was not going to reopen, and then obviously getting to ride the VelociCoaster, even though it does not technically open for an entire month, just a technical preview, technical rehearsal where I got to presumably experience all elements of the roller coaster, and I had a great time. I am so excited to ride it again, to really experience it and really just take in that environment and immersion yet again, because they did a phenomenal job. So I'm excited to come back with Brennan and do it all over again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.